I'm gonna keep working on this shawl, which I'm probably significantly further on than the last time you would have seen it in a stream. Thanks, Mia. We also made a new decoration in the background. I don't know if you can see it. Also, let me know if my picture and stuff is too small now. I think it should be fine. It's the same. It's about the same size I think it is when we do gaming stuff, so it's probably fine. But I did that to see the background easier because I have another thing I'm gonna make to put next to it. But I made a little like cluster of fall leaves decoration because I want to have a different decoration for each season. Started listening to music and it played a my internet also doesn't seem to be fully cooperating. It has cut out briefly a couple times already, so we'll see if that ends up being too much of a problem. I'm hoping that I'm gonna start feeling a little bit better throughout the stream because I ate a little bit ago and took afternoon meds, so both of those things could help. But I just like crashed really hard a couple hours ago and was dissociating really bad and stuff. Oh, that's true. Should bring the yarn up here so it's on my left, because that's easier for crochet, at least for me. It's the opposite for knitting for me. Oh no, you're having internet issues too. Well, we'll see how it goes, I guess. What the heck? One of my hairs got all caught in there. Oh well, it doesn't matter that much. It's for me anyway. Hey, Michael. Not fun. I might start doing better in a little bit if the food and meds kick in appropriately. Especially the meds, because sometimes I crash a little bit after eating too. Although I was trying to be careful not to eat too much, because that makes that worse. But the meds are specifically supposed to help with my fatigue, so that could make a big difference. I am in not even 15 minutes. That's not great. It's not staying out any of the times it cuts out, so that's good. That would be a bigger problem. Fate by saying out loud that it always cuts me off in the middle of a sentence. That sounds super stressful, Michael. I'm sorry. Our internet does this kind of thing fairly regularly. It's usually not this many this close together, but it briefly cuts out several times throughout the day, just about every day. And it's short enough that it doesn't substantially interrupt most of what I do. Certain streaming sites it interrupts no matter what. I guess some of the sites like work differently on how regularly they're like I think some of them probably buffer out a little bit ahead consistently. So then if it cuts out just for like a few seconds or whatever, it doesn't matter. But some of the other ones, it definitely matters, and it pauses it and tries to reload it and everything immediately, and that's really annoying. But the worst issues we've had with this internet were when they were having like specific problems going on with it, and there were a couple days where it would be completely out for hours straight. And we couldn't do most of what we normally do for most of every day, and it sucked. But like even for this, I'm sure it's cutting out enough to cause like some interruptions and stuff in the stream, but it's not staying out long enough to like kick me out of the stream completely, you know? Like it, because the streaming program just like tries to reconnect, and if it can reconnect fast enough, then it's like, okay, it's fine. You're back. But it gives me a little notification every time it disconnects. How disruptive is it to the stream? Like, how annoying is it? Because it's doing it a lot. It doesn't normally do it this much. I don't know what causes this kind of problem. Yeah, I mean, I work from home too, and internet is pretty important to my job, obviously. It's not too bad. Okay. Feel free to let me know if it's unbearable at any point, and we can call it, or like try to wait a little bit, come back in an hour or something. But But yeah, I figured since I wasn't feeling good and didn't really think I could focus enough for something like Ositopia, and because on the old schedule, today would have been a Q&A stream since we didn't get a video up yesterday anyway. I figured it wouldn't. I figured it would be better to do a Q&A than to not stream. And that it wouldn't like be too disappointing, hopefully. But it felt more doable to just like chat a little bit, listen to music, and try to crochet a bit. And hopefully give myself time for meds to kick in and all that. And then hopefully feel better in a bit. And then if I want to later, I can still do an Ositopia stream. Just late. But also, especially since most of the streams that are scheduled per week right now are Ositopia anyway, missing one of those is less big of a deal than missing one of the other things. Like, for instance, than the fact that we missed the Sunday Genshin stream. That's a bigger deal. What am I doing? Oh, I need to tell it that I finished a round. Because I want to know how many rounds it takes for doing it this way, because I already know how many it took to do this one. But the pattern is slightly different, and it's using very different, like, size yarn and hook and stuff. Like, actually, I have the other hook right here. This is how big the hook was that we used for the one that's on the chair behind me, compared to this one that you can, like, barely even see on the camera. It's a very big difference. Well, that doesn't help me. The sizes are written on them in different ways, because there's a few different ways to say the sizes of crochet hooks and stuff. The big one is 10 millimeters and the small one is I. So it's hard to compare them that way. But yeah, this hook doesn't usually look like a very small one. It's a medium, maybe on the small side of medium for what I use for the most part. But compared to that huge one, it looks pretty small. I think I'm getting some energy and better focus and stuff, so that's good. I think meds are kicking in, which is excellent news. Gotta put this back on here so I can see the end of the round easier. That's gonna be a no. Oh yeah, there's definitely a bunch of sizes smaller than the smaller one that I'm using now. And it's not as small as this yarn technically calls for, but it didn't matter as much because this is intentionally a looser project. So, yeah. Because that makes it so I can cover more ground with less yarn if I intentionally put a bunch of holes in it. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, there are at least 2 sizing things. But the other thing is I think there might be like I think the letters for the sizes might be different in different places sometimes. So I feel like it's probably the most useful when they say the millimeters because that's a literal measurement of like measuring around it. I think it is like the circumference of it. Liz has been introduced on the channel, but she's been in like maybe 2 videos. She made a Meet the Altars, and I think she's been in one of the gaming videos a long time ago, like the power wash one. I'm pretty sure that was a positive trigger for her. But she's been around a lot the past couple days, I think, because we've been doing like cozy fall type stuff. Like it's been feeling like fall. We were watching cozy like vlogs of YouTubers decorating for fall and things like that. We made that fall leaves decoration yesterday and hung it up on our wall. We've been lighting candles that have like warm, cozy fall type scents. Like we have a pumpkin spice one over here, and there's like a sweet pumpkin pie one, and we do vanilla ones very often year round. But I'm trying to do more of the other ones and save the vanilla to some extent because vanilla is one of the scents that like never bothers us at all and is always like comforting and calming and grounding and like relaxing. And there are a lot of other smells that even if we like them a lot will sometimes be too much and like overpowering, especially if we have like a headache or if we're like feeling nauseous or anything like that. So when we can enjoy the other ones, we want to try to do those and save vanilla for when we can't, if that makes sense. Have vanilla be more of like the emergency candles. Vanilla and peppermint are the two that I can't think of a situation where they ever bother us. They're the two like highest tier scents for us. And I feel like they're also pretty reliable in like if you get something with one of those scents, it's gonna be like pretty much what we expect and not be like a weird bad version of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but like we like a lot of fruity scents too, and like different kinds of sweet scents and stuff generally, and those can be pretty hit or miss sometimes. Where like we'll get some that smell almost kind of chemically in a weird way, especially like the fruity ones, or they'll just be so unbearably strong of a smell for some reason that like we'd have to put it in a huge open room, like in a gymnasium or something, to be able to enjoy it, or you know, that kind of thing. But I don't tend to have like bad or like unexpected experiences with peppermint or vanilla scents for whatever reason. They feel pretty predictable and consistent to me, I guess. And I do like both of those things, being predictable and consistent. But yeah, the candle we have going right now, I think I said it earlier, but it might have been before anybody was here. But we have an apple pie one going right now, which we had sitting behind us in a box for months that we got from the wish list, I'm pretty sure. And at some point while it was in the box, I remembered incorrectly and thought it was like another vanilla one that was going to be the backup for when we finished a vanilla. But then I just finished the vanilla one that we had been burning and melted the last bit of wax and put it into a couple of these little silicone like cupcake holder things that we can put on our wax melter so we don't waste any of the wax. because we like to clean out and then reuse the candle jars for different things. What was I saying? Oh, so then I opened the box to get like the next vanilla one out, and then I was like, oh, this isn't vanilla, this is apple pie. And then I smelled it and it was incredible, and I got really excited. Especially because I feel like apple pie like feels seasonally appropriate for fall and winter. And a lot of the other like fall ones that we have feel very fall, and we don't have as many like wintry ones currently, if that makes sense. Because like the pumpkin-y ones feel very fall to me, but the apple pie feels like it can last the whole way through. So I'm burning it some today, but while it's still fall, I want to do a lot of the other pumpkin-y ones too, and save some of the apple pie one for winter. But it's making Liz really happy. I also know that Josh has been, like one of Josh's missions lately has been working on getting more altars to get better about taking breaks. And those who want to take breaks, like in the front, doing something in the front or being around the front at least, making sure they have opportunities to do that. Fingers crossed our internet seems to have calmed down, so that's good. But I know Liz is one of those altars that very often doesn't end up taking enough breaks and is very busy inside all the time, and there isn't going to be like an automatic opportunity where she has nothing to do, so she might as well take a break. She has to like actually decide to stop when there are still things to do and take a break, which is not natural to her. But also because of the way Liz works, like very often if she tries to take a break and comes near the front, she ends up doing some kind of work in the front. Like she ends up cleaning something, you know, which isn't necessarily a break. But yeah. She was around when we made the fall decoration, and she was around for a little bit of baking that we did yesterday. We had a like muffin mix, and we realized that there was also a recipe on the back for making it into bread instead of muffins, and we hadn't done that with it yet, so we did that. It was really good. And yeah. Yeah, I don't think the apple pie candle was seasonal in the sense that we had to buy it at that time of year. Unless we've had it in a box like since last winter or something, which is possible. I wouldn't put that past me. But yeah, I've been really enjoying doing a couple little things like that that make it feel like fall. And fall never used to be one of my favorite uh seasons, but it's becoming it might be my favorite right now. And I think that's probably because we can't enjoy summer anymore, really, because our disability reacts so poorly to heat, and we're in a hot like part of the country, and our air conditioning has trouble even keeping up with it. And if we step outside, we're like, we could be having like an actually good day and step outside, and we can't even get down the stairs out of our apartment outside before we're dying, even if we're wearing an ice pack. And it's just like we can't enjoy somewhere like we used to, not even close. And so I think fall is getting some benefit from like being a relief to the heat. Um, but still not being cold because we don't like the cold either. So spring and fall feel like they're gonna be the big favorite seasons now. Although my allergies have been worse, I think. One of you said something about allergies. Yeah, Mia, you did. But I can't really choose based on allergies, I don't think, because winter is never going to be able to be our favorite unless maybe if we lived somewhere that didn't get cold at all. Like somewhere that, because we wouldn't be able to live somewhere that was just so hot that it never got cold, but if we lived somewhere that was just like a very consistent like small temperature range year round, we might be able to enjoy winter more. But the place we live is also kind of famous for being really, really bad on people's allergies. But I had to add a second allergy med once it got into fall because they like pretty noticeably got worse like all at once, and I was like, oh, it's probably because it's fall, and that's a whole different category of allergies, isn't it? So there's that. But we also don't go outside much, so that doesn't matter as much as it would if we still, did anything. But like actual cold winter weather is also bad for our disability, but it's also triggering. So like there I can't see any situation where like what I think of as winter weather being anything but horrible. Like we're just kind of trying to like minimize the damage when it's winter. But yeah, Liz likes a lot of nature stuff. And I'm actually starting to wonder if she has especially liked fall for a long time. And maybe that's just like rubbing off on me, because I know I've been getting a lot of passive influence from her the last couple days. Um, but Liz also likes a lot of like homemaking type stuff. Like she likes decorating and baking and cooking and cleaning, and like knitting and crocheting is a big thing, and all that stuff. Oh, Liz has been in more stuff than I thought, because I just remembered she did a few Sims streams. Because she made herself in The Sims to like have a small farm that she works herself and everything, which would be her dream. She is very much the kind of person who would want to have a small farm that she like got up early in the morning to go get eggs and stuff from her farm, maybe pick a couple vegetables and cook breakfast from that, and like we are hoping at some point to have a very, very small like manageable garden for her, or even just to have like a couple planters inside or something that she can do. Like maybe we have a flower or a couple herbs or something that we could like have on our desk, even like something very reasonable that wouldn't be as physical as gardening tends to be, but also like a lot less total responsibility. Like it would take less time and energy and stuff. if it's a very small amount. Yeah. We could potentially end up settling for somewhere that does get excessively hot, like sometimes, but just make sure we had a good enough air conditioning unit and stuff, and we just wouldn't be able to. Either we wouldn't go outside those days at all, or we at least wouldn't be able to, like, in the middle of the day when it's the hottest. But maybe we could very early or at night when the sun's down and it starts cooling off some. But we also aren't moving right now. We literally just signed a lease for another year here. But it's obviously a lot easier to not move, so. And the price here is still really, really, really good for the size and everything that it is. So we'd have to find a pretty good opportunity to leave here probably, even though we're on the second floor without an elevator, which sucks. Like, honestly, I could see a situation where we might move to a different unit in this same complex in order to be on the first floor, but to still have the good price and size and everything, and to not have to move very far. It would still suck though, just the number of things that we have to get down the flight of stairs is gonna suck. And we're also literally still not unpacked from moving here. We've been here like 3 years. I guess we're starting the third year, but still. Good chunk of our living room is still covered in boxes. Yeah. 94 is definitely too hot, but it gets. Oh, I guess you're saying this week, so that's yeah, that's pretty warm for fall. Okay. I was about to say like it definitely gets hotter than that here and it's really humid too, but it's not hotter than that here right now. So that's not a fair comparison. At least I don't think it's that hot today. No, it's really nice today. It's in the high 50s right now and cloudy. But yeah, for some reason this year I got really excited when it like got cold enough that I could start wearing sweaters. Yeah, I think the first floor apartments do go faster, so it might be hard for us to switch into one of those. Because they are easier for a lot of people for a lot of reasons. They're easier for anyone disabled or older or for any other or like young kids even actually who would have trouble with a flight of stairs, but it's also easier with pets to be on the first floor because then there's a little like there's a side door. It would also obviously be really nice with Charlie if we could do that. Hey Cosmo. I am doing better. than at the start of the stream, which I was really hoping would happen with meds and food and stuff kicking in. Dang it. My internet cut out again for a second. Does it just buffer for a bit when it does that, or does it actually, like, do you miss some of the stuff that I said? Can you tell? Like, if you need me to repeat stuff when the internet cuts out, let me know. So yeah, to keep answering how we're doing, Cosmo, we're having some internet issues, which is annoying when we're trying to stream. But otherwise, we are being cozy with the nice fall weather, with a apple pie candle lit, and crocheting a shawl. So yeah, that's basically everything you missed. Oh, you think it does both? Oh. When I see that it went out, I try to stop talking, or at least stop like what I was talking about. So hopefully that will minimize the amount that actually gets missed. But better yet, hopefully, we won't have many or ideally any of those interruptions for the rest of the stream. Because it's obviously a lot better than it was at the beginning of the stream, so maybe it's just about figured itself out now. Okay, well. Primal Pack just got us into a new game yesterday. Well, the game isn't new, but it's new to us. But they've been trying to get us to play it with them for a while, and I was so sure I wasn't gonna like it. And I don't know why I always think that. I didn't think I was gonna like Genshin, I didn't think I was gonna like Dofus. Like, for some reason, I never expect to like games. I don't know what it is, but I tried it and I liked it a lot, and I'm pretty obsessed. And we were playing some more of that game earlier today when I crashed a bunch and started dissociating out of nowhere and could not process to do anything in the game. And I was like, well, I guess I can't do this right now. And I thought it was very possible when I decided to try to do this stream that if meds and food didn't kick in enough to help with that, that I was just gonna try to stream for like 20 minutes or half an hour and just mostly be sitting here, like staring off into space, dissociating, and then occasionally like blinking a lot and saying and then like apologizing and then dissociating again. So I thought it was potentially gonna be mostly a disaster, but that I could at least try and give it a chance, and it seems to be going okay. The game is Path of Exile. I think we'll probably end up streaming it at some point, if we stay into it a lot. I don't know why we wouldn't. Although we're gonna try to stick with Ositopia enough to get further into it this time, since we were so disappointed last time for the first Ositopia that we couldn't do more of it. We don't want to just get so excited about a different game that we just like stop doing Ostopia completely. I don't know if I just like don't really think of myself as a gamer, and maybe I kind of by default expect to not like a game. But I have at least a little bit enjoyed almost every game I've ever tried, I think. Like I'm trying to think because I haven't tried a bunch of games. And I know part of it is just new things in general. Like I have that same reaction a lot of times to potential new like shows or movies or books or things. And then I very often end up enjoying those too. It's almost in a way, it's kind of a mixed gameplay style between Dofus and Genshin. The perspective is closer to Dofus. Like it's a top-down perspective, and you're just running around with one character, but it's like a continuous map. Well, not quite continuous. It's a bigger map area than individual Dofus maps, but a smaller one by far than Genshin. But the fighting is a little closer to Genshin style. It's not turn-based like Dofus is. But there's a bunch of different like build setups that you can do. And you shape your gear around what you're doing the most of and all that stuff. But it has like a skill tree. It has a really big skill tree that you like what class you choose at the beginning determines where you start on the skill tree, but you still have access to all of it. And they do different like temporary leagues, I guess, kind of like Dofus does with Temporis servers. I literally started playing it yesterday. I don't know a ton about it yet, but I have been enjoying it a lot. The thing that usually has the best chance of getting me interested in trying a game, other than just deciding I'm gonna try it because like Primal Pack really wants to play it with me, so I might as well give it a chance in case I like it. But the type of thing that has the best chance of getting me like engaged with it and interested in the idea before starting to play is watching someone else play. But I need to watch like a good enough amount of it to really get the vibe, I feel like. It's also free, which is a big bonus. It makes me a lot less worried about trying something that I'm worried I won't like. Because if I have to pay for it and then I might play it for 10 minutes and then never touch it again, that seems kind of silly. But like watching other people play Genshin was how I got interested in actually doing it. But I had to be like pretty dedicatedly focused on it while I was watching it. And it helped a lot that when I watched someone stream Genshin who was also starting it from the beginning, which helped me a lot because I wasn't getting like super overwhelmed by jumping into it, watching someone who knew what they were doing. And I was watching like the introduction to the story and the like very beginning basics of the gameplay, and I was like, okay, this doesn't look that overwhelming. Like, it starts with just one character, that seems okay, and then I get just two, but I can just sit on the one if I need to. Okay, I I think I can handle that, and then, you know what I mean? But also, it definitely helps a lot if I watch someone playing it and I'm really engaged in like the stream or whatever it is because I really like the person. Like, if I already feel connected to the person playing it, then it kind of guarantees to some extent that it's going to be a positive experience overall, which is going to give me more of a positive vibe of the game. You know what I mean? I finished another round. Getting to the point where I could start. Yeah, that's already longer than that, I think. I could start trying this on and seeing if I even need to keep going. Okay, how could I do that with the robe on, though? Because that might affect it too much. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna seem too small over the robe. Okay, how can I do this then? Um, okay, brief pause. I will be right back. Okay, I tried it, and I'm gonna keep going. Um, how did I just lose? There it is. um, I'm probably gonna keep going, honestly, until I'm through the pink of this yarn, and then try it again. And then if I want it to keep going from there, I have a different purple yarn that I don't think would look out of place, that I could do from there. Hi, Vic. How are you? Oh yeah, you just reminded me, Cosmo. One of the other things that was a good, um, like contributing factor toward me, starting Genshin is I knew it was both fairly new and very popular. So, and like free. So I knew that it was a really good opportunity for streaming it. That like it would be a smart business decision basically to stream it if I could get into it at all. So I went into it like really wanting to like it because it was a good idea for me to stream it, you know? And it would be easier to like raid people and stuff. Although I was just working on doing some editing for like the next switching compilation when we reach the next subscriber goal. And I remembered that I'm pretty sure I started streaming Genshin when we were still doing YouTube streams, which I didn't remember it that way. I thought we started it on Twitch, but I guess not. So that was interesting. Okay. My throat is not happy with me. I do know what you mean. I'm sorry, that sucks. I guess it also partly just surprised me to remember how recently we started doing Twitch streams. That wasn't that long ago. I think we also just got our first payout from Twitch. We like reached the amount that we need to hit for them to send us the money. Because they won't send it to you unless it hits a certain amount, probably because there's like a fee for them to process the payments at all. So they're not going to do that for $5 or whatever, you know. But that was exciting. Uh-oh. Some of the dissociating might be coming back. I'm trying to process what I'm doing. Okay, that's good for that. Okay. Yeah, I like that Genshin can do co-op and stuff for sure. Because that also works really well with streaming. But it also works, like it's helpful for me a lot if, like it helps deal with any frustration essentially if I get really stuck on something, if I feel really underleveled for something or whatever. It can help with the frustration if I can do it in co-op and get help. Which Path of Exile is going to be another one in that category. Like Dofus is too, of we would be able to play it with people on stream, I'm pretty sure. Like we'd be able to play it with viewers like we do both of those other games. Which I feel like is really like popular. I feel like people really like that. But it's also fun for us. And it can introduce us to different like play styles and game mechanics and stuff that we didn't know about before, that we see someone else using, all that stuff. So yeah, I guess for the people here live or people watching it back later, if you would be interested in playing Path of Exile with us, it's free, and we are at the very beginning of it right now, so you wouldn't have very much catching up to do if you wanted to do that. And I was able to play it with from Peck right away, so it's not like Genshin in that way. It's more like Dofus when you get through the very, very beginning tutorial bit, then you can do co-op right away. So, yeah. I don't know how big of a party you can do. I assume there's a limit of some kind. I don't know how high the limit is. Primal Pack knows the game much better than I do. They've been playing for years. But yeah. It's another fun one that I think we'll do some streaming of starting fairly soon. Oh, it's too big of a game file. Okay. Oh yeah, I highly doubt I'm ever going to get into any of the like online first-person shooter games, even if I would enjoy the gameplay, because I just hear so constantly about how toxic and horrible those communities are. And I wouldn't want to put myself through that for a game. I should keep doing this. Although I'm really thirsty, so I should have more of this too. Did I say yet in the stream what we are planning on putting as the wall decoration next to the fall leaves one that we just did? Well, next to the seasonal one that we're planning on changing it out for each season, but the fall one is the only one we've made so far. But I left that space next to it for a reason. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I just remembered that I said I was going to put something there, but not what it was. We want to do a moon phases thing that just shows like kind of the three most basic phases of the moon, with a full moon in the middle and then like a waxing waning one on each side. And we have the pattern for it already, and we tried to make it once, but I think now I know what I can do differently to make it look how I want it to, because it didn't look quite how I wanted last time. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And then that one would stay up all the time, and the seasonal one would change based on the season. And then sometimes it'll end up giving it away if we film something in advance and then upload it much later. Because you'll be able to look at it and be like, wait a second, you filmed this during spring and now it's winter. I might work on that one today. Yeah, exactly, for the really attentive viewers who look at the background that closely. No worries, Penumbra Ghost. Thanks for hanging out for a bit, and I hope you feel better. Yeah, I guess I can see how that would make a lot of communities more toxic. Harsh enough competition can bring toxicity out of a lot of people. Oh, are you leaving too, Cosma? I thought you were just saying goodbye to Penumbra Ghost, but maybe I was wrong. I'm confused. Charlie. No, it's not showing you all the way quite. There we go. Oh, no worries. Almost dropped the yarn. That's what I get for all the moving around. There it goes. No, I don't want to get stuck in the dissociating again. Come back. I wonder if this song is going to help or make that worse. Suppose we'll find out. I think it's a mostly positive trigger for me. Part of me kind of wants to try to make the moon thing right now, but I'm worried it might be a little too complex to try to do and keep an eye on the chat. And if I get too frustrated, I might... I don't know. I don't know if it might be too frustrating to try to do live. But I do know if neither of those things were too much of a problem, it would be really satisfying, and I might be able to finish the whole thing in a stream, which would be cool. And I could always try and then stop if I was getting too frustrated or couldn't keep close enough eye on the chat. I don't remember if it was a written pattern or a video pattern. That would also probably matter. Although I'm wearing headphones anyway. I could just pause my music and watch the video instead. Can I reach all the yarn I would need? I might be able to. It might be just in those drawers behind Charlie Cam. What do you guys think? Should I try? I don't know if I can easily do a poll the same way I can on Twitch. I suppose I can look. Yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can reach the yarn easily enough and what kind of pattern it is, and probably at least try it. Because I'm really excited about the idea. And it might actually help me with the dissociating if I was doing something a little less mindless than this. So let's put this away. And then hi Charlie. Okay. That's not the one I need. Is the white even in here? Nope. Okay. Well, I don't see either of the colors I need. I think I put them way up there. Where else might I have? I didn't put it in that, did I? Oh man. Nope, sorry, I need to. Okay, ow. Take my legs down to do that. I must have put it up high behind me. Dang it. Just like throw it back there. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. This should be doable if I'm careful. Should be fine. Okay. Should be able to reach that. It's fine. I might be wrong. I think I'm wrong. Hold on. I cannot for the life of me figure out where to put this. It's gotta be in here. I think I can see. Yeah, there's one of them right there. I literally just didn't go far enough. Yeah, they're both right here. Cool. This is not where I wanted this scrap to go. Come on. This is here. Okay. Set these down somewhere. I only have so many hands. Okay. Alright, I did it. I did it. Let's find that pattern. Um, I wonder if I can make my life easier if someone has done the whole thing. No? Okay. Where's the same one that I used before? Did I save it by any chance? I think it's this one. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Yeah, that's probably a small enough hook for this. It's fine. It's the one I already have out. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Nope. Use full brain, please. What the heck am I doing? Okay. There's like so much multitasking I can do. Chain 2. 12 half double crochet. Okay. 1. 2. There we go. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Pull it closed. Don't join or turn. Okay. There we go. Nice and tight. Single crochet in the first stitch, which doesn't include the chain 2, like you said earlier. And you said to mark this. Because I'll be using it later. Okay. Oh, Charlie's not even up there. She's eating. Now I need the white yarn. No. How do I guess I kind of have to fasten it on first, don't I? Okay, single crochet there. 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay. There we go. Half double crochet and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Good night, Michael. Thanks for hanging out. 1 and 2. Okay. Nope. There we go. 3 double crochet. 2. 3. And then it's 2 double crochet and then I have, yeah, because I'm doing the same thing I just did but backwards. 1 double crochet. 2 double crochet. 1 half double crochet. 2 half double crochet. And a single crochet. Okay. 2 half? Yes. Okay. 1, 2. 1. And then a slip stitch and then fasten off. Okay. Which is all I need this color for. Sweet. Got a little mini crescent moon. Now I've just got to put more black around it. Okay. And then I go back to this one that I marked off. And chain 3. In the same stitch I joined 2. Double crochet, chain 2, 2. Okay. So the one I joined to is that one, I think. Maybe it's that. I'm gonna do that one. I think that'll work better. And chain 2, because this is a corner probably. Double crochet, and then 3 half double crochet. Did I say double first? Yeah. 1 double, 3 half, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's gonna be a little. Oh. Corner, same thing I just did. Repeat. Okay. Yeah. I got it. Sometimes when I'm reading a written pattern, it'll look really complicated. And then I just have to break it down and I'm like, no, it's telling me to do a corner and then the pattern for in between the corners and then repeat that until I have 4 corners. Got it. What are you doing? Come here. Okay. So after all that, what do I actually do? Corner. This is all in one stitch. 2 double crochet. Chain 2. 2 double crochet. I have to find out if this ends up looking the way I want it to, or if I need to shift where this pattern starts exactly so it doesn't look like tilted, because that's one of the problems I had the first time I tried to do this. But we'll see in a second. So after the corner, it's 1 double crochet and then 3 halves, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, corner. Yeah, this is tilted. I want that to be the corner. So if I just do that, 1, 2, 3. Second double crochet, chain 2. Yeah, I think that's gonna work now. Charlie, what are you doing? Why don't you jump back up? You're not even eating or anything. Up. Good girl. I'll give you something for that. That was really good. You did it right away. There you go. so after the corner, it's 1 double crochet, 3 half double crochet. Okay, got it. 1 double, 3 half. 2, 3, corner. So 2 double, 2 chain, 2 double. Yeah, I think this is gonna fix that tilting problem that I had, and I already fixed the problem of the hole in the middle by figuring out how to do a magic ring. So I think it's gonna work a lot better than the first time I tried this. One double, 3 halves. That's 3 in the corner. I never changed the title, did I? I'm gonna do that quick. Hope that'll fit. Cool. That's the end of a corner, so double, 3 halves. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then I'm on another corner. So double, double chain, chain. Double. Okay. 1 double, 3 halves. And that should get me to the end of the round. I need to stitch somewhere, I don't know why. I have a plan for solving that, I think. This is the one I slip stitch into. Now there's a little square around it. Wait, what? I mean, I can simplify this a lot. I'm just keeping it a square, right? Yeah, I can simplify this from here. I think I'll do all half doubles. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm just continuing around. It's fine. And I said I was gonna do half doubles, so I'll chain two. Half, half, chain two. Half, half. I mean, that's true. I guess I don't have to do it that much, do I? Can make it less obvious. I mean, no, I'll do it that's gonna be the easiest way to do it. And the holes are already there. It's fine. So yeah. It says there should be 8 in between. So 1, 2, there it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one does count. Okay. I was just about to single crochet that for no reason. That's not the pattern. Okay, and then corner. 2, 2, 1, 2. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Here we go. 7, That stitch is a little tight. It's okay. 8. Corner. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's tight too. 8. Corner. Love this one. This one should only be 7 because I didn't start on the corner. I did one before that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. 5, 6. I'm 1 short, which is interesting. Just gonna do an increase. No one will ever know. It's not like there's video evidence. Oh, that's true. Hey, rainbow quartz. I will show you in just a second what I'm working on. I just changed to. It's not that one. I want to do it like this, even though it probably doesn't matter. Slip stitch. And then I make literally exactly the same thing and just turn it upside down for the other side. And in the middle, I make literally the exact same thing, except this starting part I do in white as well instead of in black. There we go. And then I sew them all together and hang it on the wall. And when it's on the wall, the little spaces in the corners will show the wall color through, and I feel like it'll look kind of like stars. Like you'll be able to kind of see if I put the white behind it. You see? I'm excited. Okay. So should I do the middle one first? Like the full moon one? I'm so glad it's relaxing. I'm feeling pretty relaxed too. Can you see the candlelight at all, like on my face and stuff? The candle is right there. Yeah, I think I'll do the full moon one next. What was it, a chain 2 at the beginning? Gotta scroll back up. Chain 2, 12 halves. Okay. It's not too much. I was kind of hoping you could see it on my face a little bit because I feel like it would add to the cozy atmosphere. Or even like reflected in my glasses a little. $12 halves. Yes, okay. 1, 2. Yeah, maybe should have made this a little bigger, but that's fine. What did I say? Am I on 2? That's the chain. Yes, 2. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Double check. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, cool. Close the ring. Oh, put the tail on the wrong side. Fixed it. Okay, nice and tight. That's the chain, so I single crochet into this. And then I don't need to change colors because I'm going to do the full moon. And then brain. Dissociating again, dang it. Single crochet to start the next row and then mark that. No, this one doesn't matter at all where the corners go. It's a circle. Never mind. Hey, Primal Pack. Yeah, I'm glad at least some of the content is calming. I'm sure some of the gaming stuff isn't, or at least isn't the whole time. Like, it's more exciting, I guess. I hope it's not, like, stressful necessarily, but... okay. Two half double crochet in one stitch. Half times two. Next stitch is half and then two doubles. Okay. Half, double, double, three doubles, right? Yep. Yeah, right there. One, two, three, two doubles, one half, double, double, half. Two halves, I think, yeah. Half, half, and then a single, and then a slip stitch, right? Yeah. Single, slip stitch, and then I can put a corner right here. Okay. The first corners are double crochets and chains. Okay, so chain three, double crochet in the same stitch, chain two, double crochet, double crochet, and after the corners it's double crochet and then three halves. Okay, got it. Double, and then one, two, three, and then corner. Double, double, chain, chain, double, double, one double, three halves, one, two, three. Getting the hang of it. I'm sure by the time I finish the last one, I will have it down. Corner. One double, three halves. Corner. Lost track of where I was in the corner for a second, but it's fine. I got it. Double. 3 halves. Hey, it was the right number exactly this time. That's nice. And I get to fasten this one off now. Yeah. I gotta tie this off so it stays pulled tight. There we go. That whole row I just did was supposed to be in black. It's not supposed to be a white square. I'm silly. What am I doing? Switching colors. Two, three. That doesn't actually look like 3. I'm gonna do another one to make sure. Okay. That's what I get for thinking I had the hang of it. But it's okay. It's not very much to redo. Go. One double, 3 halves. And then we're on another corner. double. It's a little harder when I'm also weaving in ends. Which I don't need to do. This is a wall decoration. They'll be hidden behind it anyway, but since they're right there, I feel like I might as well. Okay, double, and then halves. Corner. Okay. Double. 3 halves. I'm almost to where I was before. It's the third half, right? Corner, double 3 halves, yes. Last corner of the round. Is it still the right number? Looks like it. Yeah. Well, there's that at least. I am gonna make my life a little bit easier on this one, I think. I'm gonna slip stitch my way into the actual corner and start there. It's half doubles, so just chain 2. Second half of the corner. Okay. Okay. And it's 8 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 8. Corner. Aw, that is really cute. I could probably still answer questions, by the way, if anybody has any. Oh, you've got to get going. Alright, bye Mia. Yeah, hopefully the final product will be hanging up in time for the next stream or video, so you can see it then. Or if you want to watch back the end of this stream, if I finish it on stream, I'll do a more close-up one too. But thanks for hanging out. That's the end of the corner. Two. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Corner. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It still needs to be a half double. Come on. There we go. We had a couple different family members contribute to teaching us both knitting and crochet. And then we've done a lot of obviously practicing on our own since, but also we've done a lot of like looking up additional like patterns and different stitches that we didn't learn then. But especially the very basics we learned from a few different family members who knew. There we go. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's rude. Still need to do that. There we go. There's 8. Didn't need to be a knot. I don't know why I worked so hard to make sure that was a knot, but it's fine. Okay. There's the full moon one done. So it would go like that. There we go. And I'm gonna actually sew them together, but have one more to go still. Go-to cartoon that can be watched on YouTube. Oh gosh. I don't know what can be watched on YouTube. I have no idea if it can be watched on YouTube, but Phineas and Ferb would be a pretty go-to cartoon. Because it's good for littles, but it's also like interesting enough and stuff for a lot of the rest of our system. So that would be one. Just start with 12 halves, is that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, calm down. Okay. That's the chain. Single crochet there. Mark this one. Okay, and then we'll see if the amount of white that we mistakenly used last time is enough to do this. I think it should be. Hi, I'm just doing a chill stream. I'm making some moon decorations for my wall. And answering questions if people have them. But just generally chilling and hanging out. Two halves. Half and 2 doubles. Not 3 doubles. Oh. Yeah, it's right there. And it should be 2 doubles and a half, yeah. Two halves. Single and slip stitch. Okay. Oh, the pictures are of the alters who are currently fronting or around for the most part. What we look like inside. So I'm Aura, but Liz is really close and Josh is around. I have to do that. And it's chain 3. And we're on the first corner. Double and 3 halves. Just about memorized this pattern at this point. Is that right? Yep. Alright, double. And then 1, 2, 3. Corner again. Another corner. There we go. This one's the double. And it's just halves left. That's okay. Um, there we go. And we just have to go around it one more time to make it the same size. Yeah, I might as well. 2. So there's only going to be 6 on the end of this one. Yep. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, tight one at the end. 8, corner. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 8. We knit and crochet partly for fun, like as a hobby, but we also have an Etsy shop linked in the description where we make stuff to sell to people. And we make some like practical stuff for ourselves too, like we've made ourselves hats and scarves and baskets and things like that. And like this is going to be a decoration for our wall. So yeah, kind of a mix. But it's really relaxing for us, and it helps us a lot to do something semi-mindless with our hands while we're like watching something or listening to a podcast or an audiobook or whatever. Or in this case, while doing a live stream. Helps stop me from just like having a bunch of spiraling thoughts or anything. Because it takes up just that little bit more of my like brain power. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, It's the corner. I just realized something kind of important. We've started keeping track on an app time clock thing of when we're like working, like the amount of time we spend working on business stuff. Oh. And I didn't clock in before this stream started. So we need to clock in like around 4:30. Thankfully I can like backdate it. Okay, cool. One superpower question I feel like is pretty easy for us, and it would be shapeshifting. Because we would each want to be able to shapeshift to look like how we look inside. And it could be useful in a lot of other ways too, but that would be really nice. So this one is supposed to just be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just about done, and then we just need to sew them together. So yeah, this one looks like this. Yeah, I feel like a lot of systems would probably pick shapeshifting, honestly. And if we could shapeshift and have all the abilities that we're supposed to have inside, that would be an even bigger perk. Because that would basically include a bunch of other superpowers wrapped up in it. You know? But that's probably cheating, so. These should be pretty easy to sew because they should have the exact same number of stitches on each side. just realized I think I kind of need to guess how much I need and cut it, don't I? I don't if I do it different than this. At least I don't think I do. If I actually sew it. Where's my little turning needle? What am I doing? Do I still need to? I don't know. Maybe I don't need to until the end, so I can tell how much I need at least. That was pretty much perfect. Just surprising. Not me using a yarn needle like a crochet hook for a second. It is absolutely still valid to split more easily and often than other systems. That's more common for polyfragmented systems, to split and fuse and everything like more often. Next one. That's probably enough. Probably don't even need to double knot this, but now that I've started trying to, I really want to. There we go. Aww, I'm so glad. There we go. Just gotta get the rest of those ends out of the way enough to hang it up and it's done. Which I should be able to get them out of the way very easily with the same needle I'm using. There we go. definitely had more than I needed for that last, for sewing those last two together, but that's okay. I also could cut these shorter and make life easier on myself. You know what? That would be so much easier. Why am I not doing that? Is that one going to be a problem if I don't at least move it out of the middle? Maybe. So I'll do that. Just make a little pile of scraps to deal with later. That one might be too close to the edge. Helps if I'm using the hook end. There we go. I think that one will be fine. Needs to go down at least a little. That's probably good. Nice. Yeah, no worries. And also, this is a Q&A. It is very helpful if people type in the chat. Gives me things to talk about. Oh yeah, this whole thing is a scrap, I forgot. Alright. Oh gosh. Trying to decide if I want to pause the stream and try to hang it and let you see it up, or if I want to do what is probably the smarter thing and do that after. In case it turns out to be an ordeal physically, which it very well could be. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, so I'll let you type out the thing you wanted to ask about, and then I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. I've been going almost 3 hours, I just realized. But I worked a little bit on the shawl, and I've finished this other project that I was excited about, so. Hi. What do you want? I bring this closer first. It'll be easier, and then you can come over here. Is that what you want? Do you want it in my lap or not? What's up, Charlie? Honestly, nothing and arguably everything that can happen in a system is weird. Every system is different in some ways, and there are so few actual rules about how things can work in an inner world and in subsystems and how all that stuff can work. Because it's just whatever that brain needed, you know? So I guess in the most, like, basic non-judgmental definition of weird, like, is it a less common, like, way for alters to, like, exist and interact with each other? Maybe. But that doesn't, like, invalidate it in any way or mean that there's any kind of issue with it. It's closer to, like, unique than weird, I guess, you know? And not unique as in there's, like, no other system that's like that, because there probably is at least something similar in a different system. We have some alters who can go in and out of subsystems, and that's arguably a similar, like, core concept in some ways. Hi. Are you happy that I'm done making stuff so I can pet you? Is that what my hands are for and the only thing I'm ever supposed to do? Yeah. Poor thing. You clearly haven't gotten a single pet in 10 whole years. I know you like attention. Here you go. Oh, I love when you do that. Alright. Yeah, I am gonna head off and rest some. My meds are probably gonna start wearing off soon anyway, and then I might crash again. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for everybody who was here earlier, or is here now, or watches later, all those things. And I'm glad we finished making that, and hopefully it will be in the background in time for the next video or stream that we do. Right next to that cluster of fall flowers we made fall leaves that we made yesterday. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a cute addition to our background. Yeah. Yeah, I'm dissociating again. Alright, I'm gonna go. Bye guys. Thanks again.